Hi, Jason here, and today I'm in the Citroen C4, the e-C4 to be precise, the electric version of this car. And we're going on a bit of a road trip from Poole up to Bath and back in a day. We've got a full charge and it's currently saying 211 miles on there. That's what we got from a complete full charge overnight on my home pod charger. And then we're going to stop off on the way up there for some lunch in Bathampton, a beautiful place, Bathampton Mill. I don't know if you've ever been there, but it's lovely. So we're going to go there and then we're going to test out the sat nav in this car as well and use that to get us all the way to our destinations and back again. So enjoy the ride and I'll talk to you on the way through. So we've made it to Bathampton Mill now, no problem, really nice, easy drive. It's such a comfortable car, this Citroen e-C4. You know, you've got your armrest down here, the actual suspension setup on this car is really relaxed, very comfortable journey. And let's have a little look at the situation with the miles that we've got left. As I said, this was a 57-mile trip. I had 211 miles when we first started, I think it was. So let's have a little look now. Switch the thingy-majingy on. There we go. We can just about see there through the gap. We have got 151 miles left now. So that should be enough for us to get back, no problem at all. If we're just taking it easy, we've got to go on about another 2 miles to Bath University and then chill there. I wouldn't be surprised if they've got chargers there. One thing I tend to do is to have a little look on Zap Map. It's a free app that you can download that will tell you all of the charging points in the area. Now this car is from On2. If you've watched some of my other videos, you know that I subscribe to all my cars, hence the reason this channel is called Car Subscriber. And there's a £50 off voucher for your first month if you want to subscribe a car like this from On2. They're really good. You might have seen them advertising on Channel 4 now, actually. But they provide you with a load of cards. So we've got like BP, Polar, we've got Shell, and we've got Instavolt. So it means we can charge this car up pretty much wherever you are. Between those three networks, you're covered. You know, you can get charged up wherever you are in the UK. So it works really well. I've been doing it now for nearly 3 years. All right, so I'm going to go and have my lunch, and might even do a quick video and just show you where we are, because it is beautiful. The building itself, Barthampton Mill, it's like a restaurant, but it's got loads of scaffold on it at the moment, but the actual river that it's next to is amazing. So I'll show you in a sec. So I've arrived at Bath University now, no problems at all. And looking at the amount of miles we have, there we go. We've got 137 miles left now, and that's to get us home back to Poole, which is actually only 57 miles. But like with electric cars, there we go, get us back over here. With electric cars, sometimes you do worry a little bit because they can go down quite quickly. But with this one, I have to say the accuracy of the amount of miles that you have left, the range is actually pretty good on this car compared to the Peugeot E2008, where you'd have 100 miles, do 3 miles, and then suddenly you've lost like 25 miles of range. So it's a lot better, even though I believe that this has the same underpinnings of that car, the same motors and everything, even the same sat-nav system it shares with the Peugeot, because they're owned by the same group. This car just does better with range. And also when you fully charge this car, like we saw earlier, you get about 211 to 212 miles, where I used to fully charge the Peugeot E2008, it used to say about 187 miles. So you do seem to get more miles with this car right off the go. So we'll see how we go getting back from here in a little while. While I have you, there's one annoying thing about this car I've got to tell you about. This thing is crazy that they have done this, but let me just switch the camera around and you'll see. Hang on. Highly professional video here. Right, okay, so here is a bog standard coffee cup. Okay, this is just like your Costa flat white kind of size, and then you go to put it in the only drinks holders here, and you can't, because if you do, if I let go of that, it's going to rip the lid off, drop to the bottom and create a pool of coffee in said hole. So you cannot use this for coffee cups, and I think that is crazy. So you end up having to flip and drive around holding it instead of using that. Never have I experienced that on any other car. You can see this bottle of water fits all right in there, but it's stupidly massive. But so it's not particularly great for that either, because it wobbles around and drives you insane, and you cannot use it for any kind of coffee or teacups. So just thought I'd have to share that with you there, and let you know you won't be drinking coffee unless you're prepared to hold it the entire trip in the Citroen e-C4. So anyway, I'll see you very shortly when we have our trip back to Poole, and let's hope, fingers crossed, we make it all the way back on the charge that we have. Okay, so we're back now, back in Poole, journey done, all the way to Bath from Poole and back again in a day on one full charge in this Citroen e-C4. And everything went beautifully. The trip through the countryside, as you probably saw, was stunning. And the car was great. We had to do a few overtakes. I put it into sport mode. You've got eco, normal and sport in this car. To be honest with you, I can't feel an awful lot of difference when you do put it in sport, but I put it in anyway just to try and give us an extra bit of pizzazz to get around a few real slow cars. Sunday after all, so you're going to get a few Sunday drivers, God help us. But looking at the miles and the range, how did this car do on the range? I think it did pretty good actually. Let me just spin this round. There, you can probably just see through the gap there. We've got 80 miles left on the counter there. And basically that means that when we first started out, we did 211 miles. That's what we had in the way of range. And now we've lost 121 miles of range, but we've actually done a journey of around 115 miles. So it's literally just, 5 or 6 miles out, I suppose you could say. But there's variables, of course, like when you put it in sport and then you floor it to go around other cars. I've had the air conditioning on the whole time. That does make a difference with electric cars. Some cars you can literally see the range change as soon as you put it on or off. It goes up and down the minute you put it on to recalculate how much range you've got left. So, but this car has been pretty good. It's been accurate. And as I said earlier on, it's better than the Peugeot E2008 without a doubt. I would not trust, to be honest with you, that car to go up to Bath and back on one charge. And I would be looking at that thing all the time to make sure, where I was, because it can suddenly jump and lose a whole chunk. Whereas the Citroen has done a good job. So I'm very pleased. If you found this video useful, please do like and subscribe it. And remember to check out On2, where I got this car. You'll find the link under this video. And also £50 off your first month. Basically, you get this car, I think. Don't quote me on this. You'll have to check on their site. But I think it's about £589 a month. But that is with 750 miles of free motoring per month, as it were. Then your insurance included as well, and your charging, your breakdown cover, your MOTing, all of that stuff. No other cost basically other than that $589 a month, and no deposit and no contract. So you can just give the thing back when you've had enough. You can have it for a month. If you decide to go traveling or something like that, don't bother paying for the car while you're gone like you would with a lease. Just give it them back. And then just get it back again when you come home. So there's a good example of how you can use On2. It's very kind of pay as you go. Get a car, don't need a car. Get a car, don't need a car. Very useful for some people. All right, once again, thanks a lot. And I'll see you in the next video real soon.